Hello, dear friends in Choueifat School, grade 9. This is Wael Bashuri, math and physics teacher. In this video, I'm going to solve math week 6 AMS online quiz. Question number 1, part A. Consider the function g defined by the relation g of x is equal to 3x cubed minus 2. Find g of 1, g of minus 1. So let's see. G of 1, we plug 1 in x here, you say get 3 times 1 cube minus 2. And if you calculate that, you get negative 3. G of minus 1 is 3 times negative 1 cubic minus 2. And if you calculate that, you get negative 9. So here you have negative 3 and here you have negative 9. Because these numbers are different, so this is neither odd nor even. So here we choose it's not an odd. Next question. Here we have to find x in this diagram. So first step you have to do is to find this angle here. This angle is 90 degrees because it's angle opposite to diameter of the circle. And then you find angle W here, which is sum of angles in triangle is 180. So you can do W plus 90 plus 28 equal 180. And if you calculate that, you find it 62. Now to calculate x, we can say x is equal to 62 times 2, which is 124, because the arc is twice the inscribed angle, or angle at circumference. This is angle at circumference or inscribed angle. So inscribed angle. So the arc is twice the angle. Next question. Number 3. Also here you have to find x. First step you have to do is that this angle here is 110. Then you do sum of angles in triangle to calculate angle Q. So you get 45. Then multiply 45 by 2, x equal 90. Number 4. You can directly say here these two angles are angles in alternate segments, or angle at circumference, angle at tangent. They share same arc here. So this is directly 74. Number 5. Here you have an isosceles triangle. So 180 minus 50. You have 130. This is 65 and this is 65. Also, sum of angles in a triangle is 180. So you can directly say that this angle is also 65 because it subtends this arc. So these two angles, this one and this one, are equal. Number 6 now. Here you have to find measure of angle BAC. So measure of angle BAC means this angle here. Now this angle is 56. These two inscribed angles share same arc. And this angle here is 90 degrees because angle opposite diameter, or angle in semicircle. Then you can easily find angle A by sum of angles in a triangle is 180. So A plus 90 plus 56 equal 180. Then you solve for A. 36. So here you have, 34. So angle A is 34. Question number 7. Here you have a composite function G circle F. To solve this question, you turn the circle into a bracket, then you have to plug F in G. So to do that, you have to plug this amount in X here. So replace X by 4X minus 2. So you get G circle F of X is equal to 3 open bracket minus 8 open bracket plus 5. Then you plug this amount in the bracket here. So you get 4x minus 2, 4x minus 2. Then simplify this amount. 3 multiplied by 16x squared minus 16x plus 4 minus 32x plus 16 plus 5. Multiply 3 by the bracket now. 48x squared minus 48x plus 12 minus 32x plus 21. 48x squared minus, now here you have minus 80x, because negative 48 and negative 32 is negative 80, and then plus 33. So here you have to write 33, and here you have to write 48, and that is the answer. Question number 8 now. Here you have to find angle ADB in this diagram. ADB means this angle here. First step, you can see this angle C is angle inscribed angle, and this is angle at the center. So this C is half O, 52. Next step, opposite angles in cyclic quadrilateral C plus D must equal 180 degrees, because these are opposite angles in cyclic quadrilateral. Okay, this means angle D will be 180 minus 52. And this will be 128. So this is 128. Number 9 now. The function is defined by this equation. Over which interval is it 1 to 1? Initially, this function is not 1, because when you graph it, you get something like this. Because of this plus 2, you take the original function or the parent function, which is the parabola y equal x squared. That's the parent function. Because of plus 2, you take it to the left, 2 units to the left. And then 8 units down, so here you have negative 8. Now you sketch it like this. So that's the graph of the function. Clearly, this graph is not 1 to 1, because it doesn't pass horizontal line test. If you do a horizontal line, it cuts it twice. It's not 1 to 1. But in order to make it 1 to 1, you have to delete one of the parts, either left part or right part. So if you delete, you have negative 2. So if you delete the left hand part, this one, in this case, the domain will be from negative 2 and to infinity. So in this case, the domain will be x greater or equal negative 2. So I choose this option. But in case you delete the right hand part, so which means this part, so are left with the left part now, and the domain will be now from negative 2 and below, so x less than or equal -2. Question number 10. Which of the following are even function? For even function, we should have h of x equal h of -x. If these two quantities are equal, the function is even. Now you choose any number. Let me choose 1 because it's easily calculated. If h of 1 equal h of -1, it's an even. If not, it's not. So if I try this function, for example, h of 1 means 1 to the power 4 plus 4, and h of -1 means -1 to the power of 4 plus 4. In both cases, we get 5. So this is an even function. If you try this also here, you find it an even function, and here you find it an even function. So these are the three options you have to choose. Question 11. Consider the experiment of rolling a black die and white die. Record each outcome as xy, where x is the number of black die lands on, y is the number of white die lands on. Let a be the event. The sum of the numbers on both faces is 4. Which of the following is true? Select two options. The sum is 4. This means 2 is a possible outcome. And this means these two or coordinates are possible outcome. But somebody will say, why not A and why not option 2 or option 3? It's not option 3 because there is no 0 on the dice. The die or the dice from 1 to 6, there's no 0. So cannot choose option 3. What's wrong with option A? Option A is incomplete because it must be 1, 3 and 2, 2 and then 3, 1. So that's the whole set A. So this is missing. 3, 1 is missing here. Question number 12 now. Julian wants to pick one t-shirt and one pants from the closet. He has 3 colors t-shirts, gray, white, and red. And he has 2 colors of pants, black and white. The experiment consists of recording the color combination that Julian can wear. Which of the following is true about this experiment? Select 3 correct options. WW is, which means white is possible outcome because yes, he can wear a white t-shirt and a white pant. This is a correct option. Red t-shirt and black pant. This is also possible because he has a red t-shirt and black pants. A gray white. Does he have a gray pant? Yes. Does he has white t-shirt? Yes. So this is a correct option. Red is not correct because he doesn't have a red pant. 6 is a possible outcome. No, 6 is a color. It's not. 6 is a number. It's not a color. Number 13. 3 marbles are picked in succession from bag containing 8 red marbles, 9 green marbles, and 11 blue marbles. Outcomes of this experiment are labeled as given to you. Consider at least 2 red marbles are picked up. So which of the following is an outcome that belongs to an event that is mutually exclusive with E? Mutually exclusive means it's not in E. So this means we don't want at least 2 red. Here we don't have at least 2 red. And here we don't have at least 2 red. Other options have at least 2 red. Number 14. Again, here you have to calculate the value of x. X is an arc, and we know that the arc is equal to twice the angle inscribed opposite to it. So first step, let me draw this line here. This angle is opposite to this arc, so it's half the arc. This is 65. And now let's find this angle here, angle V. So here you have to add 60 plus 75 and then subtract from 180. So here you have to do 180 minus 60 plus 65 plus 70, because sum of angles in a triangle is 180. Now you get 45. So here you have 45. So now you multiply 45 by 2, you get 90. So x is equal to 90. Number 15. In the figure below, measure of angle ABC is 130. Find x. So OAC. OAC means this angle here. We want to find this angle here. Okay, first step you have to do, this angle must be 260, twice 130, 260. And this angle will be 100 because the whole circle is 360. Next step, in order to find A, this is an isosceles triangle. Sum of angles in triangle is 180, and this is isosceles. 180 minus 100, you get 80. Then you divide 80 by 2, you get 40, and this A must be 40. Next one, 16. You have to find f of g of minus 2. First step, plug g in minus 2 in g, then the answer plug it in f. So g of minus 2 will be minus 2 squared minus 1, 5 minus 4 minus 1, which is 3. Now you plug 3 in f. So f of 3 is equal to 2 times 3 minus 3, which is also 3. So that's the answer. Number 17. Here you have to find m circle n of 3. And then n circle m. So let's do it. As we said before, here we have to put, instead of the circle, we put a bracket. Then we plug 3 in n, find the answer, then plug the answer in m. Super easy. So n of 3 is 2 times 3 minus 3. And this is 6. Then you plug 6 in the other function. So m of 6 will be 3 times 6 squared plus 5 times 6. 6 squared 36 times 3. So 36 times 3, 108 plus 30. So that will be 138. So here you have 138. 1 second, I made a mistake. 6 squared here. We plug 6 squared. Yeah. 6 squared is 36. Yeah, the mistake is here. So this is not 6, this is 3. So when you plug 3 here and 3 here, 9 squared, 3 squared is 9 times 3 is 27. So 27 plus 15. So that's what you have to do. 27 plus 15 is 42. So here you have 42. And then when you do the opposite, you have to do n circle n of 3. The bracket, as we said, must be here. You plug 3 in n, so the answer you get, you plug it again in m. plug 3 in M, then the answer, you plug it in M. Question 18 now. A computer is programmed to pick whole numbers from 1 to 100 inclusive. What's the probability that the next number the computer picks is a multiple of 30? Okay, multiples of 30 from 1 to 100. How many multiples of 30 do we have? We have 30, and we have 60, and we have 90. So we have 3 numbers out of 100 numbers. So 3 over 100, this will be 0.03, and that is the answer. Number 19, here you have to find angle X. Clearly, this angle is inscribed, this angle is inscribed, they share same arc, so they are equal. 6x equal 48, x equal 8. Number 20, what is the value of x? First step, this angle here must be 50 because it's half the arc opposite to it. Inscribed angle is half the arc. And then the whole of this is 90, so x must be 90 minus 50, which is 40, and that is the answer. Number 21, here you have when rolling 2 biased dice and observing the sum of the 2 numbers the dice land on, there are 11 possible outcomes from 2 to 12. The probability of obtaining a sum of 12 is 1 over 36. Probability of obtaining a sum of 11 is 2 over 36. What's the value of k if the probability of obtaining a sum of 10 or less is k over 12? Now here what you have to do is to add these two probabilities and then subtract from 1. So 1 minus 1 plus 36 so 1 minus 1 over 36 plus 2 over 36, and this will be 33 over 36. Then simplify to get 11 over 12, so k must be 11. Number 22, here you have to find angle x, measure of arc. So let's benefit from this here, from this arc. Draw angle inscribed opposite to it, write it 25. It's half the arc. Next step, this angle is 110 because the 70 and 110 are linear pair. Angle W, sum of angles in triangle, you can get angle W as 45. Then this would be twice the arc opposite to it, 45 times 2, 90, so x must be 90. 23 now, which one of these function is one-to-one? Select one-to-one function. One-to-one function, it must pass horizontal line test. So clearly this does not pass horizontal line test, it cuts it twice. This, it cuts it twice. This, it cuts it 3 times. It's not one-to-one function. This is, yes, one-to-one function, it cuts it once. This is not one-to-one function, it cuts it twice. And here, it might cut it more than twice. This one, wherever you draw horizontal line, it cuts it once. So this is again, it passed horizontal line test, it's one-to-one function. Now, last one. Here you have to find F circle G. Remember what we said? The circle must be a bracket, then you plug G in F. So plugging G in F gives what now? Which means you plug this amount here and here. So you get x minus 1 over x minus 1 plus 2, and this will be x minus 1 over x plus 1. So clearly here you have to put minus 1 and here plus 1. And then part B, part A, second question. They're asking you about the domain of this function. Everything different from what number? Clearly everything different from negative positive 1, because x cannot be positive 1. That will make the denominator 0 and error in the fraction. Now for part B, so here different from minus 1. The domain, set of real numbers different from minus 1. Here you have to do the opposite. G circle f, and then the domain of the function. So let's do now G circle f. G circle f of x means a bracket here, then you plug f and g. So if you plug f and g, this means you have to do this here. You replace it here. So you get is equal to x over x plus 2 minus 1. Next step, you have to do the same denominator. So x plus 2, multiply it up and down. You get x over x plus 2 minus x plus 2 over x plus 2. Since they have same denominator now, you can simplify them into a single fraction. So x plus 2 in the denominator, and x minus 2, and that will be negative 2 up and x plus 2 down. And that is the answer for G circle f. The domain, everything is different from minus 2, because you cannot plug minus 2 here. It will make error on the calculator. The domain is all x values different from minus 2. That's the whole quiz. Thank you very much indeed for listening.